Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel and to the Advanced Cartoon Character Rigging course in 3ds Max. The first stage of the course focuses on developing the Flexi-Line. We'll build a system for stretch and squash and twisting, then integrate it into a character rig for expressive, cartoony deformations. Before we start, let's set up the Quick Access toolbar. We'll add the main tools we'll need throughout the training so we don't get distracted searching for them later. This will save a ton of time and effort, and we won't have to keep jumping between tabs. To do this, go to the Customize menu, select Customize User Interface, and go to the Quads tab. In the drop-down list on the right, select the Animation category, then start dragging the necessary tools from the left window. To find commands faster, just type the first 3 letters of their name. For example, type POS for position constraint, and the tool will appear instantly. It's much more convenient than scrolling manually. Throughout the course, we'll be using constraints, bone tools, grouping functions, and, of course, the HI solver. Let's add them to our menu. Now, by pressing Alt plus right-click, all these tools will appear in the pop-up menu. We no longer have to switch tabs or look for commands in endless lists. Alright, let's start creating the Flexi-Line. First, activate Snaps toggle and build a 3-point spline. Immediately after that, zero out the transformations of our spline. To do this, hold Alt plus right-click and select Freeze Transform. Now, no matter how we move or rotate the object, it can always be returned to its original position. Just hold Alt plus RMB again and select Transform to 0. Now, create a point helper and assign a path constraint to it along our Flexi-Line spline. Max will automatically create a path animation, but we don't need it. To remove it, hold Alt plus right-click and select Delete Selected Animation. Next, clone our point 4 times and distribute the copies evenly along the Flexi-Line. In the path constraints settings, set each point's path percentage to 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. These points will serve as anchors for the future drivers of our Flexi-Line system. Let's move on to creating the controllers. Activate Snaps toggle again, create a rectangular spline, and move it to the start of our Flexi-Line. Scale it down a bit. After scaling, it's essential to reset the transformations. This ensures the current size becomes the default, 100% scale. To reset transformations, go to the Utilities tab, click Reset XForm, then Reset Selected. After that, collapse the stack. Select Modifier Stack Result and hit Collapse Selected. This allows us to correctly convert the spline to an editable spline while preserving its structure. Now, clone our controller and move it to the opposite end of the spline. Don't forget to rename the objects immediately so you don't get confused by the rig structure later. We'll create the center controller from a regular circle and align it to the center. Convert it to an editable spline, go to the segment level, clone the circle, and rotate it 90 degrees. This makes our controller 3D and helps it stand out. Finally, let's reset the transformation of our center controller. Just like before, Utilities, Reset XForm, Reset Selected, and then collapse the stack. It's time to create a master controller for the entire system. I'll make it of an arrow-shaped spline. This will help us stay oriented in space and understand the Flexi-Line's direction when we attach it to a character. Place the master controller's pivot exactly in the center at 0. Since we changed its size, be sure to reset the transformation via Reset XForm again to lock the scale. Freeze the master control's transforms and link everything in the system to it. Then apply Freeze Transform to all elements except the anchors. Be careful, don't zero out points with a path constraint or they'll lose their connection to the spline and their coordinates will break. Let's test it. Rotate and scale the master controller. As you can see, everything moves in sync. We've built a solid hierarchy where every object knows its place, so nothing will break during character animation. Next, we'll make the center controller dynamic. Our goal is for it to always stay exactly in the middle of the two outer controllers no matter how they move. To do this, create a group for it and open it. Then, select both the group and the controller inside it and zero out their transforms. Now, apply a position constraint to our group. Be very careful. Make sure you select the group in the list, not the controller itself. Select the two outer controllers as targets. Let's test the result. As you can see, when either outer controller moves, the center one stays perfectly in the middle. However, it remains fully mobile itself because the position constraint is applied to its group, not the object. This gives us an extra layer of control. Now that our controllers are ready, select the spline and apply a skin modifier. Add all three controllers, the two outer ones and the center one, to the bone list. If we test it now, we'll see the spline doesn't follow the controllers quite right. To get the geometry to follow perfectly, we need to work with envelopes and set up influence zones for each point. Activate Edit Envelopes and check the Vertices box to work with them directly. Select the outer points of the spline, go down in the settings, and open the Weight table. To keep things simple, switch the display mode to Selected Vertices. Now, select the required vertices and type 1 in the corresponding bone column. Other values will zero out automatically. Test the result. Now we see the splines strictly following our controllers. The system works perfectly and provides a reliable foundation for the future rig. clone our anchor points. These new points will become the drivers of the whole system. They'll handle the stretching, squashing, and twisting of our Flexi-Line. To change the size and shape of all selected points at once, we'll use the MaxScript Listener. This is much faster than setting each object manually. I'll show you how to do it with a couple of lines of code. First, change their shape to a box. In the Listener window, type .box equals on. The $sign means the command applies to all selected objects. Press Enter, and you're done. Now, let's scale up our drivers so they're easier to select. In the Script Listener, type .size equals 3. Press Enter, and all selected boxes will instantly grow larger. Finally, let's remove the extra crosshairs inside the boxes to make them look cleaner. Type .chross equals off. Now our drivers look like clean cubes, making them much easier to work with. Next, we need to rename our new points. Replace the word anchor with BNDRV in their names. It's important to do this now so we clearly understand these are the drivers, not just technical anchors. Let's clean up our scene. Create separate layers for each type of rig element. Start with a controls layer for all control elements, then a hidden layer for helper objects. The final step in this lesson is to link the driver points to our anchors. But first, select one of the drivers and check the motion panel. You'll see they inherited the path constraint from the original points. We don't need that. To clear them quickly, select all drivers and apply Freeze Transform. Now, link each driver, BNDRV, to its corresponding anchor using the Select and Link tool. Once the hierarchy is set, select all drivers and zero their transforms one last time via Freeze Transform. Our system is ready for the next stage. That's it for the first part of the Flexi-Line rigging lesson. In part 2, we'll add the stretch, squash, and twist functions. See you in the next video. Bye, everyone!